Would you want an apology from your childhood bully? Someone wrote to Dear Amy, and they said that they received a letter from a person expressing remorse, but it just made them feel bad all over again. Would you want an apology from your bully?
Yes, 100% yes. Listen, this is a childhood. These are very delicate years that we're talking about. And bullying in those years, it lives with you for the rest of your life. Even if you end up putting it on the shelf and sort of do some work within yourself, when certain things happen and you're reminded of that, it rises up. And I actually just had this incident happen a couple of years ago where I was the one who was bullied in elementary school. And this gentleman, actually reached out and fully apologized. Listed everything that he bullied me for. He bullied me for freckles on my face. He said, you can't be truly from India because Indian girls don't have freckles. He called me E.T. because I had a really big head that I grew into. I may still do, which is fine. Don't feel bad. It's all good. I'm totally over it. I'm totally over it. But you know, I love that he took the time to list everything because those were the real things that actually got to me. And forgiveness, people don't understand, forgiveness is a powerful tool. And I was not able to forgive him fully until he actually admitted to what he was feeling apologetic for.
I was on the other side of that. I'm very proud that this guy did this. It obviously did wonders for you.
Yes.
It was therapeutic. I was the bully in elementary school, one particular girl. And at the time, I don't think I would have, the word bully didn't exist back then and whatever, but as you get older and you start to realize things about yourself, I was at the end of high school, which in my time was called OAC here in Ontario. Woo, OAC, which would be now, it was a grade 13.
Woo, being phased out.
Yeah, phased out, right? That's my generation. And it was in OAC, which is your final year of high school. I think you're 17 or 18 years old. And this had happened when we were probably grade 1, 2, 3.
That was when you were bullying her in grade
Yes.
1, 2, 3. What were you doing?
And it was stuff like, it was just like silly stuff about, like, you know, if I were to be very specific about it, we made up the whole group of, there was a group of girls in the class and we made up like this imaginary world and you had to like be accepted into this imaginary world. And so it was by bullying, by exclusion, you know, those kinds of silly things. It was terrible. But that wasn't the word I used about that for it back then. And we were in OAC, we had the same English class with the same English teacher, and it actually happened to be a forum where we were sort of revisiting parts of our past that we wanted to make amends for and atone for. And in the moment, it just hit me that she was sitting there, and I see that she's tearing up, and I'm like, I know why she's tearing up, because like 15 years ago, I know what I did to her. And I kind of spilled it all out. I atoned. I acknowledged that I was an idiot.
Yeah.
Not that all kids were kids. It's like, no, I knew better already, and I apologized. It was the most beautiful experience I've probably had because she actually forgave me. She thanked me for making amends.
Yeah.
And both of us were able to live, I think, a lot more of a freer, happier life.
Yeah, it's like weight lifted off your shoulders.
A big deal.
Olivia wrote to us on Facebook an interesting story. She said, my childhood bully was awful to me. He literally was the start of my self-esteem and my self-image and self-esteem issues. I never got an apology. Fast forward 15 years, I got my apology as an adult. I also got a daughter, an engagement ring, and almost 3 years of the best relationship I have ever had, and we will be married in the fall.
Wow, Olivia. That's interesting.
Full story.
Because that's interesting, because Zachary on Facebook says the complete opposite. No, I would not want an apology. They can live with the guilt. Bye.
Interesting.
Two completely opposite.
Stephanie on Facebook says, I got an apology, and in a strange turn of events, I actually hooked up with my childhood bully afterwards.
Oh my goodness.
There's a theme here.
Wait.
There's a theme.
Wait.
Okay, go on. Okay, I want to hear more.
Things got heated, and he almost made it all the way until I decided, no thanks, and sent him on his way.
Oh my God, I want to know everything about Stephanie.
Wow.
Like, did she plan it out that way, or did it hit her in the moment that this is the best revenge?
So
That's
good.
so many questions.
Oh my
That is
gosh,
so
I'm
good.
just seeing all these colors of the
Oh my
world
gosh.
in that story. That's interesting because I guess the question is how much energy is it taking up in your life if you are deciding to not forgive a bully, or how much energy is it taking up in your life if you were the bully and you really just want to help get it off your chest, in which case maybe that is the selfish move. Like you're trying to just get it off of your chest to make you feel better, but if they don't want to receive it, then you got to deal with it. Call your therapist.
Yeah.